Good morning. Happy Sunday. I know I'm never here on Sunday, but here we are. Oh, and it's a good one because I needed this more than anyone. Oh, today's topic is your words are your weapon. Your words are your weapon. Now, let me preface this with your words are not a weapon against anyone else. Okay. We live in the world where there are many keyboard warriors who are using words as a weapon against other people, who are saying unkind and hurtful things, and that's not what this is about, okay? This is about using your words to combat the crap that goes on in your head. You know what I'm saying? When you're just sitting there and all of a sudden your brain just runs away with worst case scenario crap and down you go and oh my God, and life is over and he doesn't really like me, she doesn't really like me, this business of mine is never going to take off. You know what I'm saying? Those kind of things. This is what I'm talking about. Your words, I need to go buy a new foundation, are a weapon against that. Nope, we're out. Your words are what you use to battle what's going on in your head. So I woke up this morning and I've hit an upper limit, which one day I'll talk about upper limits. I'm not quite ready yet because I don't really understand them completely. But I've hit an upper limit and I have an unexpected, out of nowhere toothache. And I'm talking like 10 out of 10. It's been with me since Friday night. Friday afternoon, Friday night, and it's just throwing me off my game, and it hurts to talk sometimes. It is absolutely distracting, but I also know that it is happening because I am pushing for and working for new things. And that's the definition of an upper limit, something that happens when you set out to do new things because your subconscious wants to keep you safe. Well, that's where I'm at right now. We'll talk about upper limits another day. I promise. I will do it. I don't feel ready, but I will do it. I'm going to use my words. Like I'm saying, I will do it. I will. Anyway, and so I'm having all of this anxiety. I'm having all of this stress, and it's manifesting itself as a hurt. You know, a lot of times when we get stressed, it manifests itself as an upset stomach. I do that all the time. That's mine. I don't know why, but that's where I go. Anyway, and so what I'm doing this morning is I have written some affirmations. They're a little different than some of the ones I usually use, and what I'm doing is walking around my house saying those, that this is where I'm supposed to be, this is my next level, I am an awesome, intelligent, smart businesswoman, I take calculated business risk that pay off in huge ways, I am loved and accepted, all of those kind of things. And so what I'm doing is I'm using my words as my weapon to beat my subconscious. And if you don't know me, you're going to think this is strange, and that's okay. I've accepted it. I even talk to my subconscious. So you know that there are parts of the mind. There's the conscious part, the one that helps me form words to talk with you and make decisions in a conscious way, like I'm thinking about them. There's the ego and the id, the unconscious part as well. And I name mine. Because Tony Robbins is one of my favorite people to follow. And he says, how do you make something yours? How do you take ownership of something? How do you make something come into submission to you? You name it. And so I'm sick of dealing with my crazy subconscious and all of its garbage. So I have named it. And I talk to it by name. Mine's name is Tina. She's sassy. Tina! Like, we have conversations all the time. Anyway, you might think I'm weird, but it works for me. And so I have conversations. I open my mouth and I talk to Tina. And I talk to her and tell her, listen, sister, I know you're afraid. I know this is new. I know this is out of our comfort zone. I know, girl, I know. I'm feeling you. I'm with you. I get it. However, get over it. And if you've never talked to your subconscious, you're going to think I'm crazy, and it's okay. But you want to try this. You don't have to name your subconscious, but you do have to talk to yourself because it's a part of you. And the fact of the matter is, it's a part of you that is trying its best to keep you safe. It's trying its best to keep you safe, and it keeps you safe by keeping you in what is familiar. And so if you are from a family of broke people, you have a legacy of alcoholism, you have a family history of obesity, your subconscious, that's all it knows. And so it's doing its dead level best to keep you in what it knows. And so when you step up and step out to say, I'm breaking the cycle, I will be the one in my family to make the first $1 million. That's me. I will be the one in my family to not touch alcohol anymore and make the choice to let that go. I will be the one in my family to not let genetics keep me large. I will be the one in my family to be healthy. When you step up to do that kind of stuff, your subconscious loses its ever-loving crap. You know this. You've seen it. You've just never had a word for it. Your subconscious loses its ish every time. In that you get sick. You get sick, or all of a sudden these buddies you hadn't talked to in like 20 years, they come out like, man, let's go for a drink. And you're like, well, I just gave up alcohol. Where'd y'all come from? You ain't talked to me in 10 years and now you're here, right? Or like for me, it's showing up in pain because my former, no longer, former natural response to pain was to go and hide, to shrink back, to pull back from what I was doing and go to bed and lie there in misery and in pain and just wait for it to pass. And while I was lying there, the opportunities to grow and change that I had been working so hard for would pass me by. That is what would always happen. And that is what my subconscious knows. And so she's working overtime right now to keep me in what is familiar. Here's how you beat it. Your words. I'm having conversations with Tina on the regular. We had one this morning in the shower. Tina, I get it. You're scared. I know. I appreciate your work and all of that you're trying to do to keep me safe. I am so grateful for you because you've done a great job up to this point. But girl, I'm ready. I'm ready. My life is taking a new turn. I am very excited about it. I'm very ready to take this next step. So I need you to loosen up the grip a little bit, relax, and just have a little faith and trust. Is it scary? Sure. Am I scared? Absolutely. Are we going to do this together? You better believe it, because I couldn't do it without you. I'm having those conversations with Tina like it would be my best friend, because Tina is a part of me. My subconscious is a part of me, and it is on the best friend level because its whole job is to keep us safe. But I can't stay there forever. I can't. And neither can you, just because your subconscious is afraid. Just because it's got some fear. You can't stay there. And so how you get out of it is having a chat with it. Have that conversation with your subconscious. Girl, you're good. You're okay. And this is not going to be a one-time thing. This is like an irrational fear. Okay? You ever had a friend who's like just irrationally afraid of something and you're like, it's all right. It's cool. One conversation didn't fix it, did it? They weren't like over the fear at once. No, that didn't happen. No, instead you had to have many conversations. You had to have a lot of patience. You had to help them through and walk them through and reassure them. Your subconscious is like a 5-year-old. Seriously, unto God, like a 5-year-old. And when a 5-year-old is afraid of something, you got to talk them through. You got to be patient. You got to be kind. You got to give some extra grace. And you've just got to keep at it. I know, it's not what you want to hear. We want a quick fix. There is no quick fix to this. This is real life. But if you stick to it, if you keep talking to yourself, If you keep reassuring your subconscious self, we're good. I know you're afraid and I get it and I understand that you don't really want to do this, but I promise we're okay and we're going to get through this. If you keep doing that, all of a sudden things will shift. Now, I do have some secrets, if you want them, for how to shift faster, how to move through that in a faster way. The first one is to say more often. So I showed you my my written down affirmations. I have them on repeat. I swear I'm saying them every 30 seconds because they're short and they're fast and they're effective. And so the more you say, the more often, the faster you will see that shift. I promise. The more you say, the more often, the faster you will see things shift for you. Now, you have to say the right things, okay? You can't say crappy things and expect your life to change. That's not how this works, okay? Instead, you have to say positive things. If you are afraid, don't say, I'm not afraid. No, that's not going to work. Instead, say, I am brave, I am strong, I am powerful, hear me roar. You know, I am brave, I'm taking this next step. I am amazing and I am pushing through fear. And if that feels too weird for you, because I understand completely that a lot of times these affirmations feel like big fat lies. Mine do too. Mine do too. If that feels too weird for you, start saying things like, I am overcoming my addiction to food. That's power. I am overcoming my addiction to pornography, if that's yours. I am overcoming my fear of live speaking. Start with those initial, I am overcoming. And then as that becomes more comfortable, give yourself a few days in that. Then you can switch to the true statement, I am free of the hold that food has on me. I am free of the fear of hitting that live button. I am free of the worry that people are going to reject me, whatever it is. And so if you need to take those baby steps, take those baby steps. Mine, the one that I am working on right now, because I am so worried that if it gets this good, it's never going to get better. Or I'm so worried that this life that I'm living right now is a very temporary situation, and that's my fear. And so mine is the better it gets, the better it gets. The better it gets, the better it gets. The more is my second one. The more I celebrate, the more I have to celebrate. Those are the things that I'm talking myself through. And so if you need some guidance on some good affirmations, leave me a comment and I'll be glad to give you an example of what I would say in your situation. And then you take it, tweak it, make it yours. Because you are awesome. You are amazing. It's just your subconscious is a lot maybe afraid. And it's cool. Now you know what to do. Now you know how to use your words to fight yourself in a loving, kind, polite way. And when you do that, and when you stick with this, because this will not happen overnight. I've been saying these affirmations for 3 days, 2.5. It's just Sunday morning, 2.5 days. And it hasn't clicked yet, but I'm not giving up. And as I'm sitting here and as I'm talking to you and as I'm doing the scary thing that is terrifying me and as I'm saying my own affirmations, my pain is lessening. And I haven't taken any medication this morning. And hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Okay? So I believe in you. I absolutely believe in you. Use these words to your advantage. And if you need help finding the right ones, leave me a comment and I'll give you my 2 cents on it. Have an amazing day. See you later.